Well, the GOP establishment rhinos are definitely not going to like the news that just came out. Donald Trump has surged to 35% support in a new national poll. And this is in the aftermath of the controversy regarding his statement about Muslim immigration, a moratorium on that. Let me just read from Breitbart.com's coverage of this by John Nolte. He writes, proving once again that our oh-so-superior DC pundits are out of touch and blindingly bubble-dumb, a new CBS New York Times national poll shows that all this talk about Donald Trump's so-called stealing is just more wishful thinking. If you thought the DC media was furious before over their inability to destroy Trump, now that he has surged to 35%, the pundits' impotent rage is about to go nuclear. Then Nolte writes that in the same poll last month, Trump sat at just 22%. This has been the case in other polls before, but he's crushing second and third place combined. That would be Ted Cruz in second with 16%, and then Ben Carson in third with 13%. So that would be 35% for Trump to 29% for the two of them combined. However, if you add Marco Rubio, who's in fourth, the GOP establishment favorite of the month, then it becomes 38% for the top 2, 3, and 4, and only 35% for Trump. And by the way, because Rubio has 9%, but Bush, Nolte writes, remains the walking dead at 3%, and Carly Fiorina is at just 1%. She had just had some negative comments about how Hillary would wipe the floor with Trump, and Rush Limbaugh had pointed out, what does that say about why she can't beat him? And in fact, it looks like she's only getting 1%. Let me just skip down here. And where is Chris Christie in the poll? You know, the same Chris Christie, the DC media, spent 2 weeks rehabilitating. Apparently, the New Jersey governor failed to reach 1%. The article notes we're 50 days from Iowa. We're 2 weeks from entering a 10-day black hole between Christmas and New Year's. And what's the state of the race? Well, as of now, Trump has every Republican other than Cruz siding with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Senator Harry Reid and Representative Nancy Pelosi and the hated DC media against his proposal to temporarily halt Muslim immigration. And this is happening on the very day when we are learning that an Islamic savage who butchered 14 innocent people slipped through the same vetting program the DC media assures us is in fine shape. This is so much better, by the way, to read from than a mainstream media equivalent. Wait. I did have some information wrong before. The poll was actually taken prior to Trump's call for that temporary ban, a ban that a Bloomberg poll released Wednesday shows that 65% of Republicans agree with, though I guess some of us don't think it goes far enough. And here is Nolte editorializing at the end. I'll say it again. If the Republican establishment can't defeat Donald Trump with the entire DC media cabal on their side, how will the same establishment beat Hillary Clinton with the DC media on her side? In the Real Clear Politics poll of polls, after the DC media has spent 5 months trying to annihilate him, Trump is only behind Hillary Clinton by 3.3 points. And then finally, he writes, Trump is not a politician, he is a revolutionary, leading a revolution against two of the most hated, corrupt, and dangerous institutions in this country. The elite political class and a rotted, fat, comfortable left-wing DC media that has set the politically correct rules for presidential campaigns in such a way that our country is falling apart. Power to the people and a pitch for John Nolte. You can find him on Twitter at Nolte, N-O-L-T-E, N-O-L-T, actually it's at N-O-L-T-E-N-C. Let me just get a good comment or two from here, the comment sections. DTS 3204 writes, we do live in interesting times. I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Let me just load more comments. And he also stated that he won't be accepting the presidential salary. The Demon Slick also is someone else writes, Trump is the only one who will be stepping down to live in the White House. He's the only one sacrificing quality of life to become president. He must really love this country. I'm not sure that's true of Fiorina and Carson. And then someone is reprimanded for calling Trump a rhino. Dottie Derowitz, and this is the last one, writes that Chancho Bandito, you can't even spell rhino. No, Trump has never been a liberal, contrary to your lack of research. Trump was a Republican conservative way back in the late 80s. I think you have a dog in the race and are trying to pass off something that we all have already researched. Who cares that he has a golden penthouse? I would probably have one too if I had a $10 billion net worth. He also gives more to charity than all the rest of the candidates put together, and probably more than most billionaires. I think you are the major douchebag, sorry if kids are listening, for coming on here spewing lies because you are upset your guy is losing. I think I know exactly who you are supporting. Well, that's a metaphor for something right there, and this has been Adam at Trump Nation.